Today, I would like to share a short motivational story, one that carries a powerful message about perseverance, self belief, and the quiet strength required to overcome challenges. This story is not about fame or instant success, it is about consistency, resilience, and the courage to continue when progress feels slow. There was once an individual who entered a highly competitive field with limited experience and little recognition. Surrounded by people who seemed more skilled, more confident, and more prepared, this individual often felt out of place. Early efforts were met with criticism rather than encouragement, and failures came more frequently than successes. At several points, giving up seemed like the most reasonable option. However, instead of walking away, this individual made a deliberate decision to focus not on comparison but on improvement. Each setback was treated as feedback. Each mistake became a lesson. More discipline became a lesson. Small, disciplined steps were taken every day to improve skills, knowledge, and confidence. Progress was not immediate, there were no sudden breakthroughs, but over time, those small efforts began to compound. Tasks that once felt overwhelming became manageable. Confidence slowly replaced doubt, and most importantly, resilience became a habit. Years later, the same individual was no longer struggling to be heard. There were leading discussions, influencing discussions, decisions, and earning respect, not because they were the most talented, but because they were the most consistent. When asked what made the difference, the answer was simple. I didn't succeed because I was exceptional. I succeeded because I stayed committed when it was uncomfortable. This story reminds us of an important truth. Success is rarely dramatic. It is usually quite gradual and built through persistence. In professional and personal life, we often face pressure to perform perfectly and succeed quickly. But real growth does not happen overnight. It happens when we continue to show up even when results are not visible. It happens when we choose discipline over motivation and learning over ego. Every organization, every team, and every individual in this room has faced moments of uncertainty. What determines progress is not the absence of challenges, but the response to them. The most impactful leaders, professionals, and innovators are not those who never fail, but those who adapt, learn, and continue moving forward. As you reflect on your own journey, remember this story. Remember that progress does not need to be fast to be meaningful. Remember that persistence applied consistently can transform limitations into strengths. Your efforts today may feel small, but they are shaping outcomes you will recognize tomorrow. Thank you.